Last weekend, Ricky Burns defied the betting odds, the boxing logic, and won the WBO Super Featherweight title in a small hall mini epic against previously unbeaten Roman Martinez of Puerto Rico. Now, Burns was dropped heavily in the first, survived some hard rounds, but clearly won after 12 rounds. It was a brilliant performance. Well, this weekend, the same thing could happen. And in my opinion, it would be a bigger shock if Nottingham's Jason Booth won the IBF's Super Bantamweight title from Canada's Steve Molitor. Not that I think that Booth's any less a fighter than Burns. I just think, in my opinion, that Molitor's slightly better than Martinez. I think it would. Burns, by the way, was magnificent. Booth will need to be heroic. Joining me now to talk Booth and give me an update on some of his other fighters is Frank Maloney. Good evening, Frank.
Good evening, Steve. How are you?
Yeah, brilliant. Frank, this is what you've done with Booth, how you've rescued his career. It's got to be one of your greatest feats as a promoter over the last 25 years, hasn't it?
Well, if he wins, it will be.
Of course.
If he loses, it'll just be, it'll just go out the window, won't it? So everything's on. We can win the title. As I listened to your sort of introduction there, you're right. What you say, Steve Molitor is a much better champion, than the Puerto Rican. Yeah. He's much better mentally prepared and physically prepared. I mean, part of his deal was he insisted he came into Britain 10 days before the fight.
Ouch! When
we were arguing, I only wanted him in for 7 days, which is the least or the sort of thing that most of us do, promoters. But if he didn't get 10 days, there was no fight. So in the end, we had to give in. He's been up here in the northeast for 10 days. He's been looking very well, and Booth's up here, they're all in the same hotel now, in the Fight Hotel. Today's press conference was quite lively. The two trainers sort of went a bit at each other, because Steve is trained by an old fighter that used to work with me, Chris Johnson, who Errol Graham knocked out.
I remember, when
everyone was saying this, Chris Johnson was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, he was. Do you remember that's what he was? Great night that was.
He was like sliced bread the night he got knocked out by Errol Graham.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then Tony Harris has done a great job. Tony Harris and Jimmy Gill, two of boxing's sort of old school, have done a great job with Jason Booth. I'm going to put my neck on the lines and go with Jason Booth. I think Jason Booth can pull off what you said, an upset. Yeah. I think he can. I just think he's lifted himself from the gutters. There's a champion just walks in front of me now. Do you want to have a word with him on the radio?
Who's that, Molitor?
Yes.
Yeah, put Molitor on for...
Let me see if we'll talk to you. We're on a live radio show. Will you just say...
Hello.
Steve Bump. He's not £200. He's not £200. Hello.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, good. Yes, fantastic. Steve, you've been in for 10 days. Your head's in the right place. You're experienced traveller. Do you think this is an easy defence for you? Or are you taking it very seriously, Steve?
No defence is easy. I take it very serious. We brought in the best sparring. We had the best training camp possible. I made sure that we were flown in here 10 days before.
Yeah.
They wanted to fly us in a week, and I said, no, I needed more time to acclimatize and get ready and get comfortable with my surroundings. I'm taking this fight very serious. I know a lot of people are thinking that, it's going to be an easy win for me, but no victory is easy. When anybody has 2 hands and a heartbeat, anybody can win a fight.
Yeah, and that's the way. Now, what do you think? Just finally, what do you think are Jason Booth's strengths?
Of his strengths?
Yeah.
He's good. He's swift on his feet. He's a good mover. He has a nice jab. But dominant in every aspect of the game. I'm stronger. I'm faster. I'm younger. I'm smarter. I've been in with more experienced fighters. You know what I mean? I have all the favorites, all the advantages in the fight. But I just gotta make them. Like I said, once the bell rings, anything can happen in the ring. So. I got to be ready on fight night, and that's what I will be. Yeah,
listen, Steve, thanks so much. Pass it back to Frank Maloney now. That's Steve Molitor, there, the champion from Canada, who's only lost 1 fight. Frank, you still there?
You couldn't ask for better than that, could you?
No, that's very good, Frank.
That's the promoter's dream. The champion walks in, you can have him.
Yeah, that's the way it works, and now I appreciate it.
I've got to say he's arrogant.
Oh, is he? I
just heard him. Tell me how good he was.
But I thought that was just him bigging it up. Frank, just before I let you go, how's things going with Rendell Monroe and his world title fight in Japan?
Yeah, that's okay. Rendell will be in town tomorrow to support Jason Booth, because they're great friends.
Yeah, of course I do.
So he's moving his camp up here for 2 days. Then Sunday we're all flying out to the training camp in Portugal for 10 days.
Yep.
Then we're flying out to Japan, where I'll be bigger than anybody else out there.
Listen, it's going to be a rare moment. Frank Maloney, thanks very much for joining us. And do me a favour, would you wish Jason all the best for me?
I will. Thank you, Steve, and keep up the good work.
Thanks, my friend, Frank Maloney there. Now